put forward other than to join their partners in Project Fear and doom-mongering. This SNP government is protecting local communities, putting police in the streets, combating and preventing crime. That's what the people want, and surely that's what this Parliament should be delivering.
Thank you. I now call Kezia Dugdale to be followed by Christine Graham.
Sandra White had 4 minutes in which to mention the own police station in her own constituency, which is closing. Instead, she chose to defend the minister on the front bench there. I'm afraid you're not getting any of my speech to do what you should have done.
Order, please. Can members speak through the chair?
My apologies, Presiding Officer. I'd like to talk very specifically about the Cabinet Secretary's constituency, where 3 stations are affected. That's Howden Hall, Portobello and Craigmillar. Howden Hall and Portobello will move from working from 7 a.m. till midnight to 8 till 6, and Craigmillar will close to the public altogether, despite having 1,201 demands made of the station assistant in the 2 weeks the review took place. If you let me get a little bit further on to my speech, Mr McCaskill.
Ms Dugdale, I have a point of order for the Cabinet Secretary.
Deputy Presiding Officer, is it appropriate that a member should state that Craigmillar Police Station is closing when it is not, that the counter is relocating to the Edinburgh East Hub, as was stated by me, and it is not appropriate that the member should be accurate in what she states in this chamber? Cabinet Secretary, matters of members' speeches are entirely for them, and what they say in the chamber is entirely for them. It's not for me. Kezia Dugdale.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. And if the Minister had actually let me get further into my speech, I would have commented on the shared facilities, but he's clearly a little bit tetchy today. I was instinctively against the cuts, but decided to ask my constituents what they thought before I sent in my own submission to the police. I surveyed 2,000 people in Portobello, and just under 200 people responded. I asked 3 questions and gave constituents their own space to reply without any questions at all. I asked about their views on local accessible policing, how they felt about the 101 number and whether they supported the changes. 96% of people opposed what the Cabinet Secretary is doing. A handful of them said it was okay, and one said, "Never mind the police station, tell the council my grass needs cut." 96% of people, 96% of his constituents think what he's doing to Portobello Police Station is wrong. And let me tell him why in their own words. When asked about the 101 number, my constituent said, "The 101 number is okay for general inquiries, but useless for anything else. Face-to-face contact is very important when reporting crime or requiring reassurance." Another said, "If you're upset by something happening, it can be difficult to speak to someone on the phone, especially for people of my generation. I am 74. It is much easier to speak to someone face-to-face." A third person said, "I would much rather prefer to discuss a situation face-to-face. Officers are more likely to assess how stressful the impact of the situation is on an individual. A lot of older people are unable to convey their message over the phone. They can't hear, they can't understand, or they have no confidence. It could lead to reduction in reported crime." Another one said, 101 is faceless and does not inspire confidence. Not happy to use 101. The person at the other end is not a local to the area. Police on the ground are familiar with Portobello and the people as a whole. No thank you, Cabinet Secretary. Presiding Officer, when Graham Pearson took some of this survey to the police last week, he was told that my questions were loaded and that I shouldn't have asked them. So, in the space given to constituents to raise any other issues that they felt were important, one said, "Part of the reason I and my family have moved to Portobello is the family-friendly nature of much of the town and the security the local police station offers." Another said how ironic it was that the same day they'd received my survey, they'd received a survey from the Cabinet Secretary, who was concerned about a rising spate of break-ins and recent antisocial behaviour in the area. I wonder if he would care to share the results of that survey with the Chamber. There's so much more I could share, Presiding Officer. The full survey responses are here. They're with the police. I'm happy to share them with the Cabinet Secretary. Portobello is a bustling town. When the sun shines, Edinburgh goes to Portobello. It needs a local police station on the High Street. It's been there for 117 years. It'll be their local constituency MSP that closed it, and I think that's an absolute disgrace.